Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. A few moments ago, the Steeler offensive starters, including all-pro wideout Antonio Brown, were introduced. And they've got this crowd in a frenzy as they get set to square off with the Oakland Raiders. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you start to really assess some of the vets and, of course, some of the young players.
You're exactly right, because now there's a week's worth of film out there for everyone to watch. And for guys who may or may not make these particular teams, that film will be out there around the league, so maybe they can catch on somewhere else if they have to. But this will be a lot of fun to see how much time the veterans play versus how much time the young guys get.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
We talk so often about his physical attributes. Of course, the Big Ben nickname, his ability to take hits in the pocket, his ability to extend plays and get outside of the pocket. But how about this for efficiency? Top 10 in career NFL passer rating, and he's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty darn good.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
To play running back in today's NFL, you need to be versatile, and that really defines Le'Veon Bell, because if you hand it to him, he won't turn it down. 321 carries in 2017. And if you want to throw it to him, well, they targeted him 106 times last season as well, which was second in running backs only to Christian McCaffrey. So Le'Veon Bell is a defensive nightmare when you try to figure out where he's going to be on the field to try to defend him.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. This one complete right side to McDonald. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They go play action here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. second down, it's Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to fourth down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Taken in at the 22. Powers through. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
Allow me a second here to gush, because in his college career, the only player in NCAA history to rush for over 1,500 yards and pass for over 3,500 yards in a season, and he did it twice.
That's pretty good.
That's really good. Yet he only won the Heisman Trophy once.
Leopard!
They'll run it now. Out to go. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He was a second-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a first-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the second round. They got a steal with this player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes. Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Now Brown. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 34. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we?
Yeah.
Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the counter, here's Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Oh, what a move. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Jackson on first down. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Jackson on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. A look now at the Oakland offense.
One of the things I like to do when I'm scouting players is talk to those who knew him before. And I ended up finding out that Amari Cooper has been like a professional route runner since the time he was 6 or 7 years old, has always taken the game seriously, has always worked on his craft, and you see evidence of that each and every week on an NFL field. Couple that with his athletic ability, that's one big reason he's finding himself open in the NFL.
Hurry up, here we go. 319, 319.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Giorgio Tavecchio now for the Raider field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3, cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be only a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, we got 3 downs. Set! 180! 180!
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter.
Set. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid. Gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On second down, here's Jackson. Finds Roberts left side. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Javon Hargrave with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Jackson. And pressure gets to him again. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man.
this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
And to this point, no catches. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
The Steelers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Raiders. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Got some space here. And he finally goes down at at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards on the ground. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
Now a handoff to Rashard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Roberts. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Green 39.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Jackson looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And he loses the football a second time. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Washington. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the lock. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll start the drive in Washington, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Grand 38.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. They'll get this one to Switzer, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Webb now from the gun. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. Put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now it's the backup Rudolph. Man open, there's Ray McLeod. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. They go play action here on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go. Blue 90.
On second down, here's Rudolph. Looking left side, he's got a man. It's Harper, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. The Steelers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. They fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
That, quite simply, is Jeremy Hill. A very powerful, compact back.
He's always been that, even back at LSU. That's where he honed that skill, right?
Love to run between the tackles and take the contact as well as dish it out.
Stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Let's go! Green 39!
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Set! Blue line!
On second down, Hill. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
All right, here we go. Blue line!
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Hurry up, here we go!
They'll run it with Hill. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
Rudolph throwing on second down. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald from 3 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And now Oakland To take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Webb now. Got an open man. It's Aitman. 8 yards there and a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 1-0.
On second down, Webb. Open man is Switzer complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. This quarterback now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. On first, here's Washington. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we Begin the fourth. To throw on second down, here's Webb. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Doing with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Webb. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation. Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Now let's go!
On 2nd down, Hill, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. If you have to use timeouts, what are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On 2nd down now, Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Blue line.
Again, they run with Hill. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Now let's go.
a first down carry. It's Hill. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 3-19.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's going to walk one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Here we go now.
They'll run on 1st down. Hill. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Rudolph now to throw. Pass incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. That's caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's the fullback taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. Gets past one man. And spinning now. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Johnny Holton, 63 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
All right, here we go.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. All right, so the time... Timeout over, and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
All right, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
On second down, Hill found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And the Steelers on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Fancy footwork at the 45. And then he goes with a juke. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! 190!
On 1st and 10, Webb. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Come on, let's go! What? London! What? London! Ohio! Ohio! Cut!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb, he's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Webb. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Come on, let's go! What? London! Cut!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They begin to throw with Hill. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready.
Here we go now.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Let's go.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
you